Hello, Fantasy Flock Nation, and welcome to another Fantasy Flock Film Room Study. I'm your host, Tyler Moss, as always. My Twitter, you can find me at Tyler Moss NFL, and today we'll be breaking down our first ever non-running back, starting with quarterbacks, and starting with quarterback from Oregon, Justin Herbert. Now, I'm really excited to start cracking into more positions here. We're going to get a guy coming on soon, looking into next week to start pumping out wide receiver content for you guys. I know that's a very, very loaded class, and we want to make sure we have really high quality people coming in and breaking down players for you guys. So, without further ado, I'm going to start breaking into the quarterback position. Again, you guys know what to do. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, comment any players you want us to do next. Let's go ahead and break down Justin Herbert and his 2019 season. 67% completion, 3,470 yards passing, 32 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Also threw in some running attempts in there, 58 with 50 yards, 4 touchdowns. That is a little sideways because sacks count as rushing attempts. So there is one thing I do want to point out with his stats from past seasons. Herbert did begin to try and focus on staying in the pocket more. While he does have great mobility, some we may see in this footage here today, he's really focused his 2019 season on staying in the pocket and making plays happen with his arm. 560 career rushing yards, 14 touchdowns, and again, started beginning running out of necessity. You saw the difference in the stats there, knowing he only played about a season and a half before this. So let's dive right into it. This is his tape against the University of Colorado, week 6. In this game, some very, very solid stats that I want to cover. 58% completion, 261 yards, and 2 touchdowns in this one. It's not a statistically impressive game, but it kind of gives us an all-around coverage of Herbert as a quarterback. And again, it's really, really hard, unlike running backs where you kind of can get away with it, and wide receivers in games where they're very active. It's very challenging to fully cover a quarterback just off of game footage. So I want to get into later at the end of the film my views on him as a quarterback for the season and how I think he'll translate into the NFL. But we'll go ahead and jump into the film against Colorado again, week 6. You see a good pass out to the outside. Really, really excellent, probably the top in the class in short range throwing. Very accurate, high percentage completions when he's throwing in the short range. Bad snap there by the center. Falls on that one. No big deal there for Herbert. Puts him in a 2nd and 29, unfortunately. Herbert, when well protected, absolutely lethal. We see that a lot in his footage throughout the season. Quick 3-step drop, gets it to his running back. Great play there by him, making a guy miss at the end of that. Herbert's going to fake pump to the screen. Gets it to his wide receiver, cuts upfield, makes a great play. Herbert pulls back the RPO. Herbert's going to get the snap again. Begins to slightly climb up in the pocket. Great coverage and protection for Herbert on that play. Was able to make a lot of things happen just by waiting the play out, letting things develop. Again, you give him time as a defense, he's going to make you pay. Very, very great pocket presence, knows when things start to collapse. So he knows how to buy himself even more time. It makes him a really, really excellent quarterback prospect. You see him develop plays very well just by how he's able to continue to create time for himself to make plays, and obviously really, really solid pocket presence. Like this, again, clean pocket, able to make plays. Fakes the run, rolls out, squares his shoulders around to make that throw. Missed the throw, but really, really great form on the run there to make the play. We'll watch that again. Play before. So again, he's going to fake the handoff, rolls out. Really great job squaring his shoulders on that play. Able to get a really strong arm throw in there. Misses his receiver, but really good for him to get the ball out there by Herbert. Continue the game. Notices pressure coming, rolls out, and just absolutely excellent dart there. We watch again. I emphasized pocket presence earlier. You see what he's able to do as the pocket collapses. He notices it immediately when the guard collapses himself. He's going to get a linebacker and an end blitzing at him. He's going to do a great job rolling out. Again, squaring his shoulders, getting a good arm throw in there in a really, really tight spot here. Great job by the cornerback to contain. Nothing more he can do here. It's just a beautiful ball to get into number 80 there for Oregon. Herbert's going to get the snap. Again, beautiful quick throw. 4th and 5 there. Great play to go for it. Herbert's really, really dominant in the slants game. You see on that play and in many others in this game and other games as well. So fakes the swing out. Herbert's going to climb up in the pocket. That's a tight ball to throw in there, but makes it to where only his guy was going to catch it, which is really, really important for quarterbacks in the NFL. If you make it to where only your guy can catch it, you can afford making riskier throws there. Running back gets in the backfield. Light attempt there, but gets the screen out. Only a few yards there. 4th and 4 again, so that's a big thing for me as well. Coach confidence in the quarterback to convert more than just 4th ones and 4th and 2s and 4th and inches as well. 4th and 5s and 4th and 4s. They trust to put the ball in his hands and make something of it. And I commend the coach because Herbert's one of the best short accuracy, short playmaking quarterbacks in this draft. So being able to go for it on 4th and 4 and 4th and 5 shows a lot of trust in Herbert, and I don't blame the coach. Very, very talented in the short yardage game. So a drop ball by the running back to finish that play. Play action. Beautiful ball thrown into, I'm pretty sure, Breland. Takes the fake handoff, pulls it out. Really, really great ball there on the slant game again. Takes the snap, fakes the wide receiver screen. Gonna look deep, and a really, really beautiful ball thrown there. I know it's not complete. Again, this is why we're looking at film. Not every time it's going to be complete, but it's about the throws. Again, fakes the short screen. You see this. You got a safety coming in. You got the cornerback obviously shadowing the man. The ball is going to be put right here, where no one else was going to make that play outside of the wide receiver. Again on the fake bump. Looking down that play the whole time. Obviously faking the safety. You got the screen game, which is going to adjust the defense. Takes a quick look over here, but then starts matching up with his wide receiver to deliver in this ball. Waits just for the perfect time to where he can get it past this cornerback. And, if the wide receiver comes down with that play, that's going to be a highlight reel for Herbert on all of his tapes. Unfortunately, doesn't hold on to it, but really, really solid play there by Herbert to get the ball in to a really, really tight spot. Very impressive throw. 5 off play action. Rough throw there on Herbert. He's got to take that one on the chin. You got to be able to complete those throws. You see his ability to do it in other plays. Herbert's going to take the snap, fakes the play action, light roll, and really while it wasn't complete, what it is some time for Herbert by rolling out, developing the play a little bit more for his wide receivers. And that's what you need as a quarterback in the NFL these days is you need to be able to extend plays. Give a chance for your wide receivers to be open, and Herbert does a really good job at that while that play not being complete. So he's going to take the snap here. And just a drop ball by number 30 there. Good ball, though, by Herbert. Again, you can see another quick throw. Obviously, short game, as I mentioned before, is just really impressive for Herbert, as it should be. That's a tight ball to get in there. Great job by Herbert to get it in. You see, there's a cornerback coming in. The ball really has to be on this shoulder here, nowhere near this guy, or it's a pick going the other way. And in the red zone, that's a tough pill to swallow. So great throw by Herbert to set up a 1st and goal. Herbert's going to get the snap, take the play action. Low throw there. Obviously, you want to get it up a little bit, but again, to the point where only his guy was going to get it. I would like to see a completion there, though. Again. And this is one weakness of his game that I think a lot of people have noticed. Up and downness in the deep passing game. Uh, when he turns it on, it's really it's solid, but it's quite unpolished, and that's something Herbert's really going to have to work on at the next level. Um, and really before he gets into the NFL, you got to work on cleaning up that deep ball. He struggles to deliver it in there, which can be an issue again when you need it most. Obviously, up 14 points against a Colorado team who came in with a little too much expectations, not really covering and living up to it. But not the point. The deep ball game has to be cleaned up, even against a team who they end up beating handedly. So that's definitely a part of this game he's got to work on. So he has time in the pocket and a beautiful throw on 1st down. It's a 9-yard pickup. Herbert again with the ball. And that's what I'm talking about. It's not all negatives on his deep ball ability. That is an absolute beauty. Dropped in there perfectly. Again, only his guy was going to get it, and that's a really really skilled throw. And again, it's all about turning it on for him. His deep ball is very impressive, but it's not there all the time. But when it is, I give it to him because it's just an impressive ball to watch. Here, it's going to get the snap. Looks to the fake screen at the bottom of the screen, goes for the one at the top, and gets a good chunk yard pickup there. Great job with his mobility. Really poor throw there. Trying to make a little bit too much out of that. He's only watching about these two guys right here, not focused on the first level he has to get it past. And a poor throw there could have been really dangerous. Watch that play again. Good rollout. He sees collapse in the line, so he knows he's got to get moving. And obviously, he wants to build as much time for his wide receivers as possible. So, staying in the pocket and trying to make a risky throw with an undeveloped route was not going to do it. So I commend him for rolling out here. But again, this man is going to be the one that almost picks it off. Herbert's eyes are all the way to the back of the end zone. He's watching his one receiver who's about to cross over there. And you're not going to get a ball, at least that he can catch, that you can throw past here, unless it's just an absolute beautiful drop in, which I commend Herbert. He's really, really good at doing that. But risky throw there. You can't be making risks like that. NFL cornerbacks will snag that. That's a poor place to throw an interception. So Herbert's going to fake the run. Beautiful drop in on the back shoulder. Excellent play. Obviously, the receiver does a really, really great job at getting open, but great ball there for Herbert. Leading his receiver, that's another skill that he has that is really good. So through the hands there, I don't want to blame Herbert for that throw. Really, really great attempt. It's just right through the hands of number 48 there. That should be a touchdown. So Herbert's going to get the snap. And just an absolutely beautiful drop in. And this is going to be the last play of the video, but we're going to be covering this. Uh, it's a running back lined up in the slot, so not covered very well by Colorado at all. But this linebacker does a really great job at peeling off on that play and covering the guy. No one else was going to. So anything easy was not going to happen. Herbert was going to have to deliver. And with a much shorter receiver than a guy covering him, absolutely beautiful there. Watch the full play again. Beautiful throw. No one else was going to make that play but number 30 there. So really great play. And this is what we see consistently out of Justin Herbert. The ability to make really spectacular plays. Really great job in the short range. I think he gets the ball out very quickly, which helps. And then when he's not getting the ball out quickly, he's extending plays, which is really important. I think he's got some of the best pocket presence out of any quarterbacks in this draft. Um, and he just shows the ability to drop balls in, which is important when you're actually throwing the ball. A lot of quarterbacks kind of struggle to get perfect balls in there, and I think Herbert has had a lot of experience. He drops really great throws into his receivers, really keeps it away from the defense. Obviously, he did have 6 picks. I've seen a few of them. It's just him trying to make a little bit too much out of nothing. Needs to learn to throw the ball away in those situations, but obviously it's not too many negatives, only 6 in a full season. Really impressive tape by Herbert. I still think he's about the third best guy in this draft, but I think with a little bit of work from an NFL team, he could be very talented and a really good quarterback to watch in the NFL. Obviously, Burrow and Tua above him, but don't sleep on Justin Herbert. While we didn't see him run too much in this game, he has the ability to do so if he needs to. I think he has a very flexible game and a lot of weapons he can use for himself. So that's going to wrap up our video for Justin Herbert of the University of Oregon. Again, if you like this, please leave a like at the bottom. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're pumping out videos every day. Comment any player you want us to cover next. And follow me on Twitter because I'm going to try and keep my content updated and out on Twitter as well. And again, we appreciate everything you guys are doing for us, subbing to this page and keeping up with the content because we're going to keep rolling it out for you guys. So that's going to conclude the video. Thanks, guys.